we're going. Hello and welcome. And today on Pandering Hour, we're going to be talking about Brunei. It's a country in Asia. It's a country in Asia. Um, and we're just going to learn about it. I've never heard of this potentially godforsaken place. It's tiny, but it's ranked what, 43 in the Human Development Index. Just to keep in mind, this country is doing better, according to this survey, than Russia by like 4 points. It's doing better than Kazakhstan, Georgia, Albania, Costa Rica, Panama, Serbia, the Bahamas, Turkey. This place, I mean, it looks nice. It looks like it's, a real estate commercial for this temple. Like, all the pictures are, oh well. So you have like this shitty shack village, and then that was taken. This is like a picture of a computer screen. What the fuck is this? And then what is this? This is a video. Oh, they're Muslim. I see. Hello Akbar. Okay. It's a Muslim Asian country. Now that's interesting. That's an interesting place to be. Oh, so if it's Muslim and Asian, then they're the people. This is the demographic that is terrorizing the UK with bombs. We have different kinds of terrorism across the world. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, on Facebook out of nowhere, a bunch of like, maybe she was from Brunei. A bunch of like Asian Muslim women just started trying to add me on Facebook, and I was like, what? This was like when I was like 18 or 19. I think Tinder was like, hey, here's white men that you can find. Yeah, it was nuts. Let's see. Okay. What is all this? It's just a lot of mud, dude. That's not what this country is. This country is not just a lot of mud. That's a little. There's more to this place. They've got dying plants and low res. That one's pretty good. This person must have had a pixel. Is this all? This is all like the same area? This is all the Kampong River? Kampong River? This is from Jaime Noguchi. Oh, electrical poles right over the water? That seems safe. That's fine. Oh, this is nice. Here's the thing about like good Indian and like Asian stuff is like it always if the more like towards the farther away you get from like central India and like central China and like central Asia, you start to get towards like this type of architecture that just looks very Nazi-ish to me, you know? Like if I told you, like if I covered up like the water and just this, and you saw this in like, yeah, if you saw this gazebo somewhere in the south, you'd be like, there, look at this eagle. Look at these fucking, that. If you just saw that, and I'm like, hey, look at what they built in, you know, Bloomington, Indiana. He'd be like, whoa, all right. I mean, it's a little, it's got some vibes about it. Nice brown beach. I don't think that's a good. I don't think this place is nice. From a distance, I'm like, I don't trust. Look at how janky that looks. Those windows look kind of janky. I don't know about that. This seems kind of off. Why aren't the window panes level and perpendicular, or not perpendicular, parallel? Why is in the same row all the windows kind of crooked? That seems off. Okay, so here's what I'm learning. Now that we're in like the we're in like the middle third or like the middle half of the Human Development Index. And a lot of these countries, now that we're out of like the top, what, top 50? We're out of the top 40. So these countries are like just like America, pretty much, to me. They seem very much like America. They just either don't have a lot of people, they don't have a lot of opportunity, or they don't have a lot of like scientists. I was gonna say smart people, but education. They don't have the opportunity. They're not dumb. They just don't have the opportunity. Okay, like Charitha Sampath Bandara probably would have. Look at Charitha. This this Indian dude's ripped. Charitha's got a lot of points too. He has a lot of reviews. Damn, Charitha. What else do you review? Where else has he been? He's been to Medan Tangong. See, that looks like if you told me this was in Texas, I'd believe it. It does kind of look like it's in Mexico. It says al dente, so that's that's Italian. Shut up, guys. My light is too bright. That's a little better. Um, let's see. Oh, you know what's fucking crazy? Somewhere over here, I have like I have like a freckle on the top of my head. I have a freckle right here. Jeez, look at that. I'm trying to like follow. I keep thinking my forehead's getting bigger, but it's four fingers. Ah, no more. This is not a podcast about insecurity. I talk about it, but it's not what it's about. That ice cream looks fucking good. Is this Brunei? Brunei's got good ice cream? Okay. Brunei's on the come up. Let's get into some fun facts about Brunei. World's longest reigning male monarch. Uh-oh. well, well, well. And he's a sultan. Okay. Let's see what this guy looks like. The Sultan of Brunei. Oh, he's a looker. he looks good. He looks like evil Manny Pacquiao. Oh, the drip is real. Is that a solid gold Mercedes? Is that Gucci? Is he coated in Gucci? Um, this is his daughter? And family. He's got two daughters, and they're both Muslim. She's showing her hair. How could he? And he's got two more kids. I gotta learn more about this guy. This guy is interesting. This is the one that just got married, I assume. He looks scared for his life. He looks like he could be shot at any minute. Like on the other side of the camera was just like, "Oh, we're just gonna have a little meeting. We're just let me see if I can zoom in on this for you guys. What is happening? Open image, new tab. Let's see. Look at this guy. Yeah, yeah. Get closer to my daughter, man. Be respectful. Be respectful. All right? Be respectful. Who's this white lady? Who is this white lady? Hold on. Is that her best friend? Who is this? What is she doing in Brunei? White lady. Brunei's princess Azima ties the knot. First royal wedding of 2023 took place. Oh, this is the royal wedding that everybody was talking about. Princess Azima Namatul Bolkiah married her first cousin. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about when I'm like we're out of the top countries in the world. And so it's these countries where they're marrying their cousins. Brunei? God damn. Hold on. Run the music back. Run that music back. Run that. Allahu Akbar. Okay, say what you will. There is something about like Middle Eastern language. I don't know. Being Muslim looks fun, honestly. Like being Catholic isn't fun. I think part of my family is Catholic, some of it's Christian. I have no idea. I didn't pay attention. Honestly, like a lot of it just seemed like okay, we're talking about Jesus, right? I think the main difference between Christian and Catholic is the Virgin Mary. And but that here's the thing about Orthodox Christians. Orthodox seems like the original sort of Christianity to me. It seems like more legit than the other sects. But they also worship or there's like you honor the saints. So like Saint, you make like a little thing of Saint Anthony, for instance. I think that's Cupid. Saint Anthony is something. Um, and Saint Anthony, what am I doing? I have Google open. Um, Orthodox, Orthodox Christian worship of saints. Why do Christians pray to saints? Um, actually, go back. The Orthodox do not worship, or the Orthodox do only worship God. Praying to a saint and asking them for their intercessions is not the same as worship. Seems a little bit like worship. Um, who is Saint Anthony? Anthony of Padua, or was Portuguese Catholic priest and friar of Franciscan order. He was born and raised by a wealthy family and lives in Portugal and died in Padua, Italy. What is he the saint of? He's the saint of lost things. Anthony is most famous for being the patron saint of lost things. He's also the patron saint of amputees. Oh man. I mean, not that I don't listen. If you're an amputee, you can come to me. If you're an amputee, hold on. There's one amputee in particular that I would like to come to me. I don't know how to find this person. Hold on. Hold on. I need to find this. Listen to the tasty jams while I'm How do I find this person? These vanities. Whoop. Okay. But if you're listening to the podcast version of this, you're not going to hear um, You're not going to be able to hear the sweet, tasty jams of Brunei. Um, I mean, this isn't that funny now that I've taken a big pause, but like, you get the idea. You get the idea. I'm engaged. I'm embarrassing myself. Amputees. But yeah, she has one arm. Uh, Amputees. Yeah, I thought that was funny because I like. What about she popped up on my TikTok and I was like, "Whoa, what is going on here?" Because it's like, okay, she cosplays, cool. She also has one arm, but she's not doing like one arm cosplays. Not that she has to. That would be fucked up to be like, listen, one arm lady, you gotta be one arm people. I'm getting embarrassed. Brazil. I am the patron saint of Brazil. Elderly people, horses. Man, this sucks. I'd hate to be Saint Anthony. I'm just hanging out with amputees, animals in Brazil. Not that, listen, there's nothing wrong with Brazil. There's nothing wrong with Brazil. Let me double check that there's nothing wrong with Brazil really quick. Um, is there anything wrong with Brazil? Just getting into my Spotify account, looking through my analytics, audience, geographic location. Da, da, da. I don't have any listeners in Brazil. Man, fuck Brazil. Brazil, Brazil, your martial arts suck. Lying on your back like a lady. Come on, Brazil, get a real job. Um, Back to the Princess Azima of Brunei. Back to her. Married her first cousin. That's what set me off. Married her first cousin, which isn't bad according to Muslims. Is it okay to marry your first cousin if you are Muslim? Answer. Oops, sorry. Um, Zakir Naik noted that the Quran does not forbid cousin marriage, but quotes Dr. Ahmed Sakr saying that there is a hadith of Muhammad that says, "Do not marry generation after generation among first cousins." It doesn't forbid it, but maybe maybe Muhammad was like, "Listen, I know this is obvious. Listen, guys, obviously we don't want to marry our first cousins again and again, right? Right? Let's get a picture of Muhammad." No, I'm kidding. That's that's too far. um, Pull that up, Jamie. Earlier this month, Prince Nzima, 38, daughter of Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah of Brunei, Prince Bahar, also known as Yang Amat Mulia Pengiran Muda Bahar, is the son of the Sultan's younger brother, Prince Jeffrey Bolkiah. Yeah, a little. Bro looks down, honestly. He's down. He's down for a cousin marriage. He's down. On Instagram, Prince Abdul Mateen, so happy for my dearest big sister, BJB, with BJB likely being the nickname for Prince Bahar Jeffrey Bolkiah. Abdul Mateen and Enzima are full sisters. Who's Abdul Mateen? Their mother is. Wait, wait, wait. They're full sisters. This lady? Who's Abdul Mateen? Oh, this guy. This goddamn handsome man. This is the prince? Goddamn, Brunei? Goddamn, put this guy in the. Oh, this is that white lady. Engaged to marry Miss Anisha Isa Kaba. And who is this? Who is this white lady? Oh shit, he boxes? Dude, I'll call him out right now. Just kidding. I'm way bigger than him. He is. I am still. I'm getting lean and mean. Ah, you can't. I'm not that defined. Uh, I'm lean and mean. Still 240. I'm slowly turning into that guy, Bradley Martin. Except instead of 260, I'm 240. How tall is Bradley Martin? 250. He's the same height or close. So we're the same size. Wow. Okay, Bradley Martin might fuck me up. Bradley Martin might fuck my shit up. He can do. Can he do a backflip? This dude's in great shape. He trains with the special forces. This guy really wants to be a good guy, it seems. Oh my god, he knows Freddie Mercury? That's incredible, man. Mama, ooh, where the wind blows, I don't wanna die. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, like nothing really matters. Dun 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 dun. How old is he? Yeah, the prince is hot. That guy is fucking. Mwah. You could probably bag that amputee I just pulled up if he tried. Um, what was I saying? Prince Azima and Prince Bahar married at Istana. Actually, let's see if I can find more pictures of her actual husband, Prince Bahar. I won't spend much more time about this, but it's just funny. This guy, Sultan of Brunei, cousin Prince. Oh no, dude. The prince who blew through his millions. Oh no, man. But that doesn't look like the same guy. Who is this guy? Who did the Princess of Brunei marry? Abdul al-Hashimi. Okay, totally different guy. That's not who. That's who she married? Oh, then who was that? Who was that guy? Oh, this guy doesn't look that good either. That guy looks kind of a little Sid the Slothy, if you know, if you're seeing what I'm seeing. Hold on. Pulling it up. Come on. Come on, Google. Do your thing. Yo. 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 Okay, that's not fair. That's not fair. He's he's mid sentence. Look at that. Hold on. He's got the fucking. That's terrible. He's got beta chin. He doesn't. He's got beta chin. God damn. Oh, that's brutal. Okay. So that's her husband. I don't know who who this fella is, but that's not who she married. Who is this? Was this another marriage? Am I wrong? They're saying this was the couple, Prince Bahar, but it's a different guy. I think, okay, there's some funny business going on. A little bit of funny business. That guy's fucking nice. Should have married that guy. Nice. Close it. And that was just fun fact number one on this on the low country. You know, when they make that movie Crazy Rich Muslims, um, it should be about Brunei. Um, no, because they're see, this is the thing. Like, this is one of those countries where it's not really like the top country, but it's not one of the bottom countries. Let's hone in, guys. Real talk. Look at my laundry. It doesn't seem like there is a good representative for these countries that are like in the middle. You know, like America's the top. We're the melting pot. We get everybody, all the best people come here. Highest amount of competition comes to America. And then there's like these places in South America where they're kind of German, because you know they're not Nazis. Kind of German, kind of South American, and it's like a fusion. Versus these places in the Middle East where they're kind of Asian, kind of, kind of, you know, Middle Eastern, very definitely Muslim, but they're like an in-between place. Like, what would you call this? It's got to be called something more than just their you know, Muslim Asians. It's like the Christian Middle East. Are there Christians in the Middle East? Christians now make up no 5%. That's nothing. That's nothing. That dude looks Mexican. Um, okay, let's get back to the fun facts. Let's get back to it. Brunei is one of the only remaining absolute monarchies. Huh. Really? Really, huh? Uh, well, let me just go. Let's just soft Google, real soft, quick Google, really quick. I'm just gonna say atrocities committed by the Sultan of Brunei. Let's just see if anything pops up, because you never know. You never know. Maybe something on the down low happened. Opinion: Brunei's royal barbarity and hypocrisy. Okay, let's get into it. Um, 2019, 2019, 2019. A lot of 2019 stuff. Come on. Human rights in Brunei. Brunei won't enforce death by stoning law for gay sex. Um, I will never forgive the royal family of Brunei. Um, Sultan of Brunei. Okay, let's just open up a couple of these articles and just run through it. Just a quick. Just Brunei's royal barbarity and hypocrisy. Oil rich. Ooh, oil. Oh, so we got a reason to go down there? Hmm? Go down there, be like, hey, Brunei, how about some oil, my guy? The oil-rich sultanate imposes harsh Sharia law, excuse me, on its subjects, while members of the royal family enjoy lives of conspicuous luxury. An intriguing aspect of Brunei's barbarous Sharia laws is that they were to be really enforced a few is that if they were really enforced, a few of the Sultan's ridiculously wealthy jet-setting kin would be the leading candidates for death by stoning. Adultery, no wonder these women are trying to leave that country, trying to hit me up on Facebook. Um, Adultery is one of the crimes for which the archaic penalty is prescribed under the stern laws that went into effect April 3rd, along with the sex between men, abortion, and R word. The tabloids around the world have accumulated plenty of evidence against some Bruneian royals. Such royal hypocrisy may be seen as the norm among autocratic rulers sitting atop oceans of oil who place no limit on their own dissolute lifestyles and yet impose cruel Islamic laws on their subjects. And tiny Brunei, the country roughly the size of Delaware that shares an island, the island of Borneo, with Malaysia and Indonesia, might not seem worth getting worked up about, yet it is. That's a You shouldn't have said that, man. You really kind of pulled the rug out from under yourself by saying that. Listen, listen, dude. This country, it's not it might not seem like a big deal because there's like 50 people in this country, but it is. You know, it's barely the size of Delaware. No real influence on like the world as a whole. You know, their military is like one guy from a Jet Li movie and, a couple of scooters, but it matters. It matters. A lot of their country lives on a series of houses connected by planks of wood. It looks like a ramshackle Venice, but it matters. Okay, it does for real. Um, for several reasons. First, it is the way we do it is no longer a viable excuse for cruelty and barbarism anywhere. That's not true. That's really not true. The last episode was about Papua New Guinea, where they eat people. They eat people, and the culture, another culture in Papua New Guinea, they make boys from like the age of 7 or 9, start quote unquote eating the penis, where they bash them in the nose with a cane until it bleeds profusely, and then make them fellatio. And that's cool. We're not flying over there to be all like, "Hey, stop eating the penis! Stop eating that penis! Put that down! Put your Take off your lobster bib and stop it, because then we'll get eaten." And I don't want to say they're savages, but like they're using bows and arrows. They're like very, very basic. They're in like the medieval ages in terms of technology. And most importantly, they don't have oil. New York Times. So eat that. Um anyway, where was I? That's not a viable excuse for cruelty or barbarism anywhere. Compared to that tribe in Papua New Guinea, this is pretty mild. The world has gone way past the times when witches were burned, homosexuals were castrated, or adulterers were branded. Has it? I mean, this was like a pretty recent article. I want to say 2015, so 4 years prior to this. Um, Brunei has signed but not yet ratified the United Nations Conventions Against Torture and Other Cruel, Inhumane, or Degrading Treatment or Punishment. Wow. We don't allow this anywhere in the world. Shut up. What about Epstein's Island? Just gonna forget about that, New Yorker? He was in your city, you dummy. Where's the list? Huh? Where's the list? Where's the manifest? Brunei's cruel, inhumane, and degrading penalties are not a relic of history, like sodomy laws that stayed in the books of American states well into the 20th century. Shut up. But the whim of who is this person? Who wrote this article? Who what whiny Caroline Gamon, of course. I don't know who this person is, but she sounds annoying. New York Times. Chubby white lady. Cool. Whatever. I get it. I get it. I get it. It's just when I picture her being like, "We don't tolerate this in the world anymore." Whatever. Go look at Africa. Just go to Africa. Go to Africa. Caroline. What was her name? Caroline. Go to Africa. Um, like the sodomy laws that stood in the book of American states well into the 20th century. But the whim of the Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah, 72, who has ruled the Lilliputian nation of since 1967 and ranks among the most ludicrously wealthy people on earth, has he has long pushed his predominantly Muslim nation toward a conservative and restrictive form of Islam, and he first announced the new penalties which, in addition to death by stoning for gay male sex, include amputation for theft and 40 lashes for lesbian sex. 6 years ago, an international outcry at the time, I never heard of it, prompted him, and I'm international. This was yeah. An international outcry at the time prompted him to delay the laws. A similar outcry has accompanied their latest introduction, the United States, the European Union, Australia, and others, as well as what is even the population of Brunei? 500,000 people. That's half of it. That's like all of Montana. That's like. All right. No, you're right. You right. It's a lot of people. It's a good amount of people. That's enough people for like one jet. Australia and others, as well as the United Nations Human Rights Chief Michelle Bachelet, have denounced the penalties, and celebrities including George Clooney. Oh, George Clooney said it was bad. George Clooney told you to stop, Sultan of Brunei. He was in Ocean's 11, okay? Listen, Sultan of Brunei. Listen, you're Muslim and you made these laws that I, a white lady named Caroline, don't like, but you listen here. Many years ago, there was a movie called Ocean's 11 where a handsome gray salt and pepper man robbed a casino in Las Vegas. A whole state of it's a city, but Nevada is a whole state of just sin. It's called Sin City, Sultan of Brunei. Who are we to judge these people? Like, honestly, to be like, hey, you can't stone gays. We let them marry in our country. We listen. Just as of recently, by the way, our current president, Mr. Biden, Mr. Biden, President Biden, he said, what did Biden say about the gays? He said some crazy stuff. What did Biden say about the gays? Um, is evolution. Yeah, there had to be an evolution. See, I'll be real with you guys. I'll be real with you guys. Me on gay stuff. Here is probably what's going to be my lifelong opinion unless if I become gay. It's boring. It is. If you are a part of the LGBTQ, you are not interesting to me. Why? Because it's just about how you have sex. And obviously rights. Rights are interesting to me. But like it's like no duh. It's all like stuff where you know, should gay people be attacked in the street? No. No, obviously not. What? Well, but we couldn't. We were. I know. Duh. I'm glad it stopped. Oh, but I just yeah, it's we that should not be a thing. Um, let's see. But Biden was startled when Robert Vane, a gay rights activist, demanded to know where he stood on employment and military registrations. My gut reaction is that they, homosexuals, are a security risk. That's a funny way of describing it. Biden described gay people as a security risk for employment, military regulations. Uh, that's that's just whoa. Mr. President, A man has broken into the White House. It was probably that gay dude guarding the back door. They're always letting them in through the back door. So it's what he does. That's stupid. Okay, I'm having fun here. It's all fun here. I'm gonna don't get me in trouble. Sultan of Brunei Hassan Bolkiah, seen arriving for meetings in Brussels latest fall, now says his country will not impose a death penalty for cases involving gay sex and adultery. See, look, he's progressive. he's a he's a pretty progressive sultan. What a progressive sultan, honestly. I will never forgive the royal family for their crimes against this Maserati. The Sultan of Brunei and his family had a bad name around these parts, mostly for hoarding all the good cars. Are you for real? Are you for real? Hold on. Hold on. Okay, you know what? I was trying to do something and it just didn't work, but that's really stupid. That's really dumb. Okay. The Sultan of Brunei and his family have had a long bad name around these parts for hoarding all the good cars and warehouses on an island in the Pacific where they sit in dusk and darkness, rotting away, but it turns out they've committed a sin even darker than that. They made this. They found for sale at a London classic car dealer, DD Classics, in is this 1975 Maserati Camsin, modified nearly beyond recognition by its original owners, the royal family of Brunei. The car left the factory with a sleek lines and cut by Marcello Gandini during his time at Bertone. It had to be impressive if it was going to serve as a front-engine counterpart to the contemporary Maserati Bora and a follow-up to the sublime first-generation Gilby. Named for its mighty wind that rises up out of the Sahara Desert and carries the desert dust into the Levantine skies, something I am more familiar with from my time in Israel. The Kamsin was motivated by an Alfari design 4.9 liter V8 that was shoved deep behind the front bumper behind a long hood, steering mechanicals pushed in the front using some creative packaging help from Marati's then owner Citrione. I gotta be honest, I don't give a shit about cars. So whoever wrote that article is a fucking idiot to me. Oh, they stoned the gay people, but also they take all the good cars. What a fucking asshole, man. Listen. There's a bunch of poverty in their country. They're flying around in jets. These poor women have their electrical wires hovering over the water, but also, shut up. The Sultan paid for that article. He's like, yeah, take a jab at me, and then everyone will know. Then I'll get on Jay Leno's Garage, because you know how royal people like to be on TV. The idiots. The Sultan of oil-rich Brunei has announced the introduction of tough Islamic criminal punishments, pushing ahead with plans that have sparked international condemnation and rare domestic criticism of the fabulously wealthy ruler. With faith and gratitude the, to Allah Almighty. I thought this was. I was. Okay, this is a quote. Sorry, let me start over. With faith and gratitude to Allah Almighty, I will declare that tomorrow. I'm assuming that is translated from Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, something like that. Thursday, 1st May 2014, we will see the enforcement of Sharia law Phase 1 to be followed by other phases. The absolute monarch said in a royal decree on Wednesday plans for the Sharia penalties, which will eventually include flogging, severing of limbs, and death by stoning triggered condemnation on social media sites in the tiny sultanate earlier this year. I wouldn't do that. Hey, the sultan is saying he's willing to stone and flog people. I'm gonna make a Instagram. He probably doesn't know how to use Instagram, honestly. One of his. Now I'm nervous about my chin, honestly. After I ripped that guy for his weak chin, my chin. I got a chin. I've got a chin. Ugh. Oh man, I've been doing that a lot during stream because of my bad posture. Welcome to Insecurity Hour. The initial phase beginning on Thursday introduces fines or jail terms for offenses ranging from indecent behavior, failure to attend Friday prayers, and out-of-wedlock pregnancies. The second phase, covering crimes such as theft and robbery, is to be implemented later this year, involving more stringent penalties such as severing of limbs and flogging. Late next year, punishments such as death by stoning for offenses including sodomy and adultery will be introduced. The monarch's wealth, estimated to be 3 years ago 20 billion by Forbes. Brunei's wealth 2023. 25 billion. So it grew by 5 billion. Good for them. Good for See, this guy, he might not know how to use Instagram, but he sure knows how to make investments. Good for him. So basically, you know what I haven't heard? That he has a bunch of illegitimate kids. So that's pretty good. Pretty good, dude. Um, you know what I just realized? Philip. Oh no, we haven't done Philippines. So this guy is way ahead of the Philippines. We have a ton of dirt on the Filipino um, Prez, current king of the Philippines. Okay, I'm still in the top three. um, World's largest residential palace. Let's take a look at this big palace, and then we'll wrap up the episode, huh? What do we think about this? It's a dope house. Honestly, that's a very cool house. Oh, this is a part of it. This eternally docked boat. Half-day city tour with the Royal Regalia. Whoa. How expensive is the palace? It's worth $1.5 billion dollars, or 5 billion Brunei, ding dongs or whatever. Wow, take a look at this place. That is real nice. Look at all that effort. Look at the big gold ball. I really would like to get so rich that I can have a big gold ball on my house. That's really cool. Is that offensive if I have a big gold ball on my house? But like, look at the. How come this guy's house gets to have a big ass gold ball? I want one of those. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get my fiance. Hun, I'm still doing the podcast. I wanted to ask you a question. Come here. Yes, because I want you to take a look at this big ass house. Because I want to know if one day I get super rich, if this podcast takes off, right? And we're in podcast, next level podcast mode. Do you mind if I get a big ass gold ball on the top of the house? Because it's a big gold ball. It's not going to be made of entire. It's not a big solid chunk of gold. It just looks like that. Like I'd put my my recording studio in the big gold ball. Yeah, on the top. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Like a little window. Actually, instead, I'd probably do like a big like I'd fill it with screens, and you could like lean back, and it would show you the stars. Like that'd be nice. Or a workout room and a sauna. Yeah, working out in my big gold ball. That'd be really cool. Lifting weights, and look at how tiny these people are. Oh, it's huge. Look at this, hon. It's yeah. It's this guy's house. Where is it? Um, Sultan of Brunei. This guy. Why are you laughing at his face? What did he do? He's got look at him. How he spends 20 billion. He's got a solid cold, very old car. That car would be a piece of shit. That's like a Lincoln in America. Okay. Oh, by the way, I I was reading a New Yorker article or New York Times, sorry. Um, it's a Muslim country. They stone gay people. They'll cut off a limb for like robbery. They'll flog you for missing Friday prayers because it's a Muslim country. But the worst part is that the royal family hoards a bunch of really nice cars. Isn't that the worst part, hon? They have 500,000 people in their country, the size of Delaware, who are all getting flogged and amputated. But the worst part is none of them have access to, a Porsche 1445 dual 17 V8 94-gallon tank car. Okay. I'll wrap up with that. Thank you so much for listening. This was fun. I had a good time this episode. Appreciate it. Please like and subscribe and follow me on all social media. It's in the link down below. Love you all. Bye bye.